Howdy, y'all. Good morning, Buena Vista, Colorado. You can see we're at Turtle Rock Campground right outside of Buena Vista, Colorado. This is the first stop in a solo trip down to Gold Canyon, Arizona, where I'm going to check out some properties called Superstition Views at Canyon Vistas. I hope you enjoy the journey with us. It's going to be probably 3 to 4 episodes, one of them going through the $1 Million Highway, and a lot of videos on the property itself and some of the trip back. I hope you stick with us and enjoy the journey. How y'all are? As you can see, I'm heading into Buena Vista, Colorado. From this map, you can tell that what I had planned on doing was leaving Buena Vista, Colorado and heading all the way down Highway 50. I didn't really know where I was going to stay, but ultimately ended up making it to Montrose, Colorado. This is the dirt road, as a portion of that road heading into Buena Vista on Highway 371, also known as South Colorado Avenue. It's about 3.4 miles from the town, so it's a really convenient place to stay. It has lots of great bars and restaurants, and we always enjoy this because usually when we're heading out of town, we just want to get out of town, drive a couple hours and stop somewhere, or sometimes coming back to Denver, we will end up pulling in there and staying the night before heading back home. This is the downtown area of Buena Vista and place for some of those restaurants and bars that I had mentioned. Next stop right outside of Buena Vista is Salida, Colorado. I love this town. I would have liked to have spent a couple hours here, but I was on a beeline to get down to Gold Canyon pretty fast and didn't want to spend a lot of time here. Now I'm heading up Highway 50, and most of this video is probably about another 10 minutes of speed journeying down Highway 50 with some of its really pretty views. And I hope you stick with me and check out some of the colors. This is the top of Monarch Pass coming into Gunnison. I came in next to Gunnison, Colorado. I was getting a little hungry, so I stopped by a park and made a sandwich and took a small little nap, and then headed back out towards my destination. Next, it's on the road again. If it wasn't COVID time and I had more time, I would have stopped here at a place that I enjoy. I think it's called the Gunnison Brewery. I've always enjoyed stopping there for a bite to eat a beer. But with COVID, I kept going through town. At lunchtime, I was looking at some BLM land right outside of Gunnison, and I thought, hey, let me go check that out real briefly. Next time I come through here, I may want to stay. So I found that off of Highway 50, there is a road called Colorado 32. The first maybe quarter of a mile or two of it is paved, but then it turns to a dirt road. You can see it's by an area called Hartman Rocks, and there's also a place called Mesa Campground. I ended up not going to Hartman Rocks, but wanted to check out the Mesa Campground. And this dirt road splits into 32B here. And if you keep going, you'll end up seeing some open sites. They're very rustic. Plenty of places to pull off, fairly level in most places, picnic tables and things like that. I think there is a creek down below somewhere in this area, but I didn't get out and check it out. But here is some of the views and some of the scenery of this BLM land. I think this is one of the places that I was considering staying. Then I pulled over and spent a little time there, and I thought, wow, at 2 in the morning, this is going to be very deserted, and I'm a target out here. And I thought, let's get out of here. You know, if there were a few more people around, I probably would have stayed. But I continued on to Montrose. Back on the road again on Highway 50, and some of the most amazing scenery on Highway 50 to me are all the lakes that you cross over. Just really beautiful. Also, another great destination that I pass right by is Black Canyon of the Gunnison. We've always enjoyed that place as well, but this really wasn't my journey. So to go check out all the places that are a couple hours from the house, it really felt bad passing them by, but at least I got to see some of the pretty scenery. This is a lonely part of the drive for me because I'm enjoying the scenery, but I'm missing Lola. Lola is down visiting her sister in Galveston and seeing family, a much needed visit for her. Another place you can stay at when you're coming through Highway 50 is Black Canyon of the Gunnison. It's right outside of Montrose. The views are stunning. You actually go down into the canyon, and I think some of the campgrounds are actually above the canyon looking down to the river. But you can drive straight down, and it's probably I want to say a 10% incline down. So be careful if you head down with a Class A or something like this. I've taken my motorcycle down a few times, and I think you could get a small van down there pretty easily. I would hesitate taking like a fifth wheel or a Class A down that road to the bottom of the canyon, although you can stay at that campground and then take your truck or other vehicles down to the bottom of the canyon. I just had to pull over and check out the views. It's just too hard driving and not sitting there staring at the amazing scenery. So you'll see me pull off up here in a minute and check out just how beautiful it is here. Coming into Montrose, I thought, hey, let me go check the KOA here. I pulled into the KOA and went inside, and it turns out I didn't need reservations because there was one spot left. Talk about cutting it close. I counted myself lucky and pulled into the site, hooked up everything, and went out for a beer and really enjoyed the evening. I hope you've enjoyed this journey. Stick with me next time as I go through the $1 Million Highway, and if you want to see some fall leaves changing, you want to see this video. See you next time.